Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. This session was all behind the neck stuff out in the shed. I actually didn't feel too bad. I actually had a huge surge of energy at the beginning of this workout. I don't really know why. I took, basically did everything normal. I suppose the only thing that went different in the day is that I ate my dinner a bit earlier. Since my roommate went out to train before I did, I figured I would take care of some of the food I needed to eat before I went out there. So I was out there, 7 o'clock, and just trying to get warmed up here. And actually my upper body felt pretty much fine. It was actually my legs that were quite sore. So I think that's what limited me more so than I was hoping on these snatch balances. You can see they just kind of look awkward, and a lot of that's just because my quad tendons are kind of sore and achy. But I was able to work up to 120 with these, and I missed the first one. I was able to do the second one. I think the big reason I missed the first 120 is I'm trying to make these more honest snatch balances. So I'm trying to go faster on the descent to get more out of them. And I was trying to do that with the 120, which is obviously very difficult. So it kind of just immediately fell off my body. But it's something I kind of want to get better at. Really kind of up to 130 to be able to do like a faster descent on the snatch balances. And you kind of see there, went too fast and the balance just got pushed forward. Here, I just tried to make sure that I was actually able to do the rep, so a bit too slow on the way down. Still not bad. I mean, obviously it's like an overhead squat if you do a bad snatch balance, so it's not too big of a deal. I then moved on to some snatch push press, which these are feeling fantastic. So I started at 102 kilos, I jumped up to 125, and actually did a double here, just because I felt like I could have done like a set of 5. And I was looking up what my best in this movement is, at least from what I've uploaded on YouTube, and it's 145 kilos, which is what I was able to match today. And you saw how good I was feeling. I jumped off from 125 up to 320, or to 145 kilos, and I was really close on these first two. I just couldn't get it stabilized. It was just so close to lockout. So on this third one though, I was able to shimmy it up there. I had to walk around with it a little bit, but I was able to hold it there, which I really like for snatch push presses, as far as like a measure of actually doing the rep, is being able to hold it above your head for a few seconds and get that extra work with stabilizing a super maximal weight. These were clean grip push press by the neck now, and these felt terribly awkward, but I wanted to continue to kind of push these up to see what was possible with them. So that previous one was 102, and you can see the 116. I don't envision myself pushing really past this just because how ugly that looked, and just trying to make them look a bit better. I think a big reason why they looked ugly is just because of the practice of them, and obviously technique will break down as you go further, but I kind of want to get better at them, but I can't really push past 116 because it was just how ugly it looked. I then moved on to some behind the neck jerks. These are feeling fantastic. I took actually the same jump from 125 to 145, but that's much more reasonable for behind the neck jerks. I was pretty surprised I was able to re-rack that, and then jumped right up to 160, and was pleasantly surprised that this went up relatively routinely. My best behind the neck jerk I think is the same as my in the front jerk of 165. Certainly based on that, I think I could do a little bit more, so hopefully that's something I'll be able to push up pretty aggressively this year, both obviously in the front as well, but behind the neck is very nice to allow overloading, and it's much simpler for the technique. So for me it's kind of like similar to the snatch push press, although it's more specific than that because you can work on the footwork. I notice when I do behind the neck jerks, my footwork usually looks a bit better, so the big goal when you go back and front is to kind of mimic the footwork and the feeling that you're getting from the behind the neck jerks, and in the past that's usually had a pretty good carryover for me, because my mechanics aren't the best on the jerk. But overall, a really productive session. I'm glad that I pushed through kind of a worse snatch balance session than I was hoping for, and I was able to get other productive work in. But hopefully this year, or hopefully in the next few months, I'll be able to push closer to 170 in the behind the neck jerk, and hopefully even more than that, maybe closer to even 180, which sounds crazy to say, but I think it's possible. But we'll see. That's it for now. I'll talk to you on the next one. I hope you all have a great day. Peace.